Coronation Street is bracing itself for one of its most chilling openings to a new year in recent memory. As 2026 looms, tension on the cobbles has reached fever pitch, with a trio of storylines weaving together obsession, abuse and betrayal in ways that promise devastating consequences. At the heart of the storm is Becky Swain, whose calculated descent into darkness is accelerating at an alarming rate. Her mission is chillingly clear: to force her ex-wife Lisa out of Weatherfield for good, and she appears willing to burn everything down, including her own family, to achieve it. With Carla Connor mysteriously missing and Becky tightening her grip on everyone around her, the stakes could not be higher. Before we unpack these explosive developments, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Chorus UK so you never miss a twist from the cobbles. Becky's return to Lisa and daughter Betsy's lives, after faking her own death, was always destined to end badly. What followed has been a masterclass in psychological manipulation. Step by step, Becky has worked to prise Lisa away from Carla, playing a long game with terrifying precision. Carla initially tried to keep the peace for Betsy's sake, but it soon became clear she was dealing with someone who recognized no boundaries. The true turning point came when Becky finally confessed her warped belief that she and Lisa were meant to be, no matter who got hurt along the way. It is the kind of obsession Coronation Street fans know all too well, the sort that rarely ends without tragedy. Things escalated when Becky persuaded Carla to take a holiday to the Canary Islands, a not-so-subtle attempt to remove her from the picture altogether. But secrets never stay buried for long in Weatherfield. Carla eventually revealed Becky's manipulation to Lisa, who admitted she was worn down by the relentless emotional warfare. The situation became genuinely dangerous when Carla uncovered Becky's role in the attack on Costello. That discovery proved to be the final straw. Carla walked away from Valonzo last week, but this is where the dread truly begins. Upcoming episodes will show Lisa growing increasingly unsettled after realizing Carla never checked into her hotel. It's a classic soap mystery with a deeply unsettling edge. Has Carla simply gone off-grid, or has Becky ensured she'll never come back? Desperate for answers, Lisa attempts to contact Carla, unaware that Becky is already setting her next move into motion. In harrowing scenes airing on New Year's Day, a broken Lisa finally tells Becky she is prepared to move to Spain with her, exactly the outcome Becky has been engineering all along. But Lisa refuses to leave until she hears directly from Carla, insisting she deserves the respect of telling her herself. That single act of defiance derails Becky's plan, and pushes her closer to the edge. With Betsy and Lauren distracted at number 6, Becky seizes what she believes is the perfect moment to escalate. Spoilers hint at terrifying consequences, leaving viewers to wonder whether Becky will manipulate Lisa and Betsy into believing Weatherfield is no longer safe, or whether she will resort to outright violence. There is a glimmer of hope. The actress who plays Lisa has suggested Becky's schemes will ultimately backfire, reminding fans that few things are more satisfying than watching a villain face the consequences. Still, the question remains: will Lisa see the truth before it's too late? Elsewhere on the cobbles, a very different but equally harrowing storyline has viewers gripped. The relationship between Todd Grimshaw and Theo Silverton has delivered one of Coronation Street's most disturbing explorations of coercive control in years. Monday night's episode was a masterclass in tension, and fans believe they've already spotted the key to Theo's downfall. Theo arrived earlier this year as Todd's seemingly perfect new partner, but the charm quickly slipped to reveal a manipulative and controlling abuser. He isolated Todd from friends, dictated his every move and, ultimately, escalated to physical violence. In fear for his life, Todd installed hidden cameras in the flat, a desperate act of self-protection. The decision to tell this story through dash cams, video doorbells and covert surveillance was inspired. It forced viewers into the role of silent witnesses, offering an unflinching look at the reality of abuse behind closed doors. When Todd discovered Theo had been tracking his movements, he finally snapped. In a moment of raw bravery, he confronted him, ended the relationship and demanded he leave. When Theo lunged, Todd defended himself, shoving him away. Theo crashed into a coffee table and lay motionless. But in a grimly realistic twist, it was Todd who ended up in handcuffs while Theo was rushed to hospital. Todd stayed silent, claiming it was an accident, allowing Theo to assume the role of victim. The cruel irony of police handing Theo domestic abuse leaflets was not lost on furious viewers. The real twist came later. Back at the flat, Theo discovered the hidden cameras. His reaction, furious, panicked and threatening, sent chills through the audience. Fans are now convinced that the footage captured everything: the initial attack, the tracking, the truth Theo has been hiding. If the police see it, his carefully constructed lie could collapse in an instant. Meanwhile, the Webster family is spiraling into crisis as the festive storylines gather pace. Carl Webster's morally bankrupt scheme to exploit Sister Debbie's dementia diagnosis has crossed yet another line. Manipulating her into believing she can't manage the Chariot Square accounts, Carl has quietly taken control, all to secure enough money to return to Germany. Next week, viewers will see Carl secretly transferring funds and obsessively checking his balance, guilt gnawing at him even as greed wins out. But his plan begins to unravel at Ronnie Bailey's stag party, when Debbie's fiancé drops a bombshell. Debbie wants Ronnie to have power of attorney. For Carl, it's a devastating blow. As if that weren't enough, Carl then receives a phone call that shatters him completely: his mother has died. The shift is instant and heartbreaking, revealing a vulnerable side to a character many have grown to despise. It's a stark reminder that even Corey's villains are still human. The fallout ripples through the family. Abby Webster abandons the hen party, celebrations crumble, and Carl confides in Ronnie about wanting to see his mother one last time. It's a deeply conflicted moment. A grieving son, still actively betraying his sister. Show bosses have teased that this storyline will anchor the Christmas arc, with Carl making increasingly reckless decisions as grief and desperation collide. Add to that his dangerous connection with James, and hints of a shock death, and the pressure is building fast. A suspicious Abby may be the one to uncover the truth, setting the stage for an explosive reckoning. As Weatherfield heads toward 2026, these three storylines, Becky's obsession, Todd's fight for justice and Carl's moral collapse, are forming a gripping tapestry of danger and deceit. Whether it's Becky's threat to Lisa, Theo's psychological warfare, or Carl's betrayal of his own blood, Coronation Street is proving it still knows how to shock. And as for Lisa, let's just hope she realizes that retiring to Spain with a woman who once faked her own death might not be the safest plan. One thing is certain: the fallout from these events will reshape Weatherfield forever.